Hi, my name is Michael Catalano. I'm with Sunburst Properties. We're a residential property management company in Roseville, California. We service Roseville, Rockland, Sacramento, and surrounding areas. Hi, today we're going to discuss why is my property not renting. There are three major factors involved why your property might rent. There's the price, condition, and location. Of course, two of those you could change. One of those you really can't change. Obviously, location is something you can't change. So let's talk about price to start. How are you finding out your price? Are you looking at Zillow, Craigslist, looking at those type of areas to use as a tool to know what your property will rent for are great, but the problem with that is that they are not rented. So you don't have an accurate price. So as far as the price goes, you could try a high amount and see if you get somebody to bite. But the misconception that we have in California especially, and rents are high, don't get me wrong, but the misconception is that they are extremely high and you can get any number that you want. Well, that's not the case. You have to make sure that you go within the market. You can try and see if somebody bites and somebody takes that high price, but if not, we definitely recommend what we call walking the property to market, which means that you move the property price according to the time frame that you're on the market. So if you're on the market for a week, we recommend a price drop, and 2 weeks another price drop, because that's a big factor. If you are sitting there for many months at the same exact price, you're going to lose the money in the long run. So definitely look at your price, be willing to drop it, because you'd rather have the bulk of your rent than to sit there and wait for that big high price where you're losing your monthly rent that you can have $3,000, $4,000 in pocket. Secondly is your condition. If the condition of your property is not good, number one, you're going to attract a less qualified tenant. But if you walk in and the property has stains on the carpet, the touch-up paint doesn't look good, it's not going to rent well. It's better off you spending this money, making sure that you go ahead and move forward and get a better qualified tenant by a property that's in better shape. Look at light fixtures, look at sink fixtures, things like that can actually get you to kind of take the eyesores out of your property and bring in a good qualified tenant. Of course, the location is important. Once again, we can't move location unless you're going to sell the property. But the interesting thing about it is that you need to know and understand your location. If you're just outside a really high-end area, you're not going to probably get those high-end prices. So take that into consideration of your location and what your pricing is. Of course, there's other issues as well. If you do poor marketing, you have poor pictures, you're not going to the right sites, this can affect you renting your property as well. Also, if you're managing your own property, are you available to show your property? Are you processing your applications quickly? This is a very competitive market for tenants. If you don't move quickly, they will move on. They can't wait for you to process an application for 4 or 5 days. They need it done quickly, and then they'll have to move on from there. They can't wait for you to show a property 5-6 days down the road. So if all of these things are causing you have an issue, a property management company could definitely help with that, because most property management companies are available to show the property at any time. They qualify the applicants really quickly. So these are the factors of why is my property not renting. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us. Thank you.